So this video is for real estate photographers who have a website, but their website is just basically sitting there, not bringing leads, not ranking on Google, and not really doing anything for your business. A lot of photographers build their website, spend a lot of time making it looks nice, upload their portfolio, and then just hope people will somehow find it. But that's not really how it works. Your website has to be built strategically. Right now, my real estate photography website ranking very well. As you can see, I have in top three, I have 22 keywords. And actually, if I change it, let's say to the last 12 months. So a year ago, I had only four keywords in top three. Now I have 20. And as you can see from this graph, it's growing steadily. And in top 10, I have 19 keywords. So let me switch back to 1917. So the fluctuation is typically normal, absolutely normal, because Google changing rankings all the time. So as you can see, the top keywords: real estate videographer price, photography for real estate agents, number two, and so on. So quite many many keywords are in top three or in top 10. And that means I constantly get traffic from these keywords in Google search, which is great. Basically, I'm not showing this or saying this to brag. I'm just saying this because I want you to understand that this is absolutely possible for a small real estate photography business. I'm not like 10 years on the market. There are way bigger companies on this same market. And this is the result basically that I got in the last 2 years. So my visibility in search engine grown from lower positions to what I have right now in the last 2 years. So you don't need a massive SEO agency. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars every month. You just need to understand the core principles and apply them consistently. And this is exactly what I'll try to explain in this video. I'm not trying to like cover the whole SEO or AI search topic because it's extremely huge. But the core principles that I plan to cover should help you to understand how the system works and how to rank your website much better. So nothing overly technical, nothing complicated, just the key principles that actually move rankings for the real estate photography business. And at the end of this video, I'm also giving away something I think will be really useful. It's a skill.md file that basically help your AI agent, your AI coding agent, to build SEO optimized pages. So if you are using AI to build your websites, definitely stick around for that. A little bit of context. So this video is specifically for real estate photographers. I'm sharing this from the perspective of someone who actually runs a real estate photography business and uses these strategies in my own business. Isn't a generic SEO advice. This is what working for me right now. And actually, as I'm recording this, I'm rebuilding my entire website from WordPress to Next.js, and I'm optimizing it even further, not just for Google search, but specifically for AI search as well, because search is changing really fast. And to be honest, maybe Google is not going to be like a traditional search. Google search is not going to be here anymore in a couple of years. And if we want to stay ahead, we need to adapt. So let's talk a little bit about the big picture. So the way people search online is changing. Traditional Google search is still extremely important. People are still searching for things like real estate photographer Calgary or another city, real estate drone photography near me. And that's happening every day. But at the same time, AI search is growing really, really fast. More and more people using tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini to find local services and compare providers. So instead of clicking through 10 websites, people asking AI to give them a summary of everything. And that changes how we need to think about website optimization. The good news is that the core principles are still the same. The good content still wins, and clarity and authority still wins. You just need to structure your content in a way that both people and AI systems can easily understand. So, principle number one is build for your ideal client. This is probably one of the biggest mistake I see photographers making. They try to build one website for everything, like real estate photography, wedding photography, family photography, events, and so on. This is what I do not recommend. You need to ask yourself, who is my main client? And for myself, the answer is clear. My main clients are realtors. So everything on my website is built for realtors. So the messaging, the service pages, the content, the language, the examples. So basically everything is built for my ideal client. Because if someone lands on my site, I want them to immediately know that this person specializes in real estate photography. This is exactly what I need. If your website is trying to speak to everyone, it usually ends up speaking clearly to no one. And this matters even more for AI search because systems look for clarity and topical authority. If your site is about 10 different things, it becomes much harder for search engines and AI systems to understand what you actually specialize in. So, if you shoot multiple niches, my best recommendation is to build separate sites for those different niches. So separate business profiles, separate content strategies. It's more work, absolutely, I agree, but it's much more effective. So principle number two is people first content. This is one of the Google's biggest priorities right now. People first content, and honestly, this is just a common sense. Your content should answer real questions your potential clients have. A realtor is thinking, how much does this cost? How fast is the delivery? Do they offer drone photography? Do they provide floor plans? How do I book? What areas do they serve? Those are the questions your website should answer immediately. The faster you answer those questions, the better for both users and search engines. People are looking for answers, and AI systems are specifically designed to surface clear, direct answers. So be very specific, be practical, and be clear. So let's talk about the differences between traditional SEO and AI search. Traditional SEO is basically this. Google gives users a list of websites, then user clicks through all the websites and compare them. So it takes time, right? AI search works differently. AI does the comparison for people. It analyzes your content, it compares it with competitors, and then it summarizes the answer and give to the user. So your website needs to make that process easy for AI. That means your website have to have structured content, comparison tables, FAQ sections, clear pricing information, clear service breakdowns, service comparisons. For example, if you have a page explaining standard photography versus drone photography versus twilight photography, that's incredibly useful because the AI can easily understand and reference that information. And AI loves structure, it loves organized information, it loves clearly labeled answers. So if your page is just a giant blocks of text, it's not ideal. Make information easy to scan, easy to compare, and easy to understand. What platform should you use? This is a great question that I get a lot. What platform should photographers build their website on? My recommendation depends on your skill level. If you are a beginner, I strongly recommend using WordPress. WordPress is incredibly flexible. It has endless plugin options. You can grow with it and it gives you full control. You can use SEO tools like Rank Math, Yoast SEO. Those make optimization much easier. If you are more advanced and comfortable with code, my recommendation is Next.js. That's exactly what I'm using right now for my website. It gives much better performance, more flexibility, and works really well with the AI coding tools. So if you are using AI to build your website, Next.js is incredibly powerful. But for most photographers, WordPress is still the best starting point. What I generally do not recommend is relying too heavily on hosted builders like Wix, Squarespace. They are okay at first, but eventually they become limiting, especially when you want more advanced SEO optimization, CRM integration, schema markup, automation, or lead capture systems. Those platforms not gonna. It's gonna be really difficult to use those platforms to support this optimizations and advanced tools. Now let's talk about the tools that I use for tracking. You can't really improve what you don't measure. The main tool that I use is Ubersuggest. I like it because it's simple and not overly complicated. It gives me keywords tracking, competitor analysis, and enough data for a small business. Could you use more advanced tools? For sure, yeah. But for most photographers, Ubersuggest is more than enough. Then there is a Google Search Console. This is absolutely essential. If you don't have it, make sure to set it up today. And it's absolutely free. It's provided by Google, and it's the data that comes directly from Google. I also use PageSpeed Insights. This helps identify technical issues. And from time to time, I use Hotjar to understand how users interact with the pages. This tool basically shows me like a recorded sessions of what people do on my website, where they click, what they read, which pages they visit, and so on. So from time to time, it's very useful. So occasionally, I do use this tool as well. Competitor analysis is probably my favorite part because it's very important to know what your competitors do, and this is possible to do within the Ubersuggest tool. This competitor analysis helps identify keyword gaps and often shows opportunities you wouldn't have thought of. Now let's talk about the website structure. This is where a lot of photographers mess up. Your pages need structure. Think about how people naturally read. So, like a newspaper, clear headlines, short intro, subheadings, bullet points, images, clear sections. That structure helps users and it helps search engine understand your content. So use proper heading hierarchies. That means you have to have only one H1, like the main title on the page, then a few H2s, like secondary titles, and then H3s if needed, and even H4s. So depending on the structure of your page, each page should focus on the topic. For example, a page for real estate photography, a separate page for drone photography, a page for floor plans, a separate page for twilight photography, and so on. So don't try to cram everything into one giant service page. Make sure you have separate pages for each service. Use internal links naturally. If you mention drone photography on your main service page, link to your dedicated drone page. This helps both navigation and search engine optimization too. Google Business Profile. So this is very important. This is huge. For local businesses, your Google Business Profile is incredibly important. Make sure everything is complete. Your business name, phone number, website, hours, services, photos, FAQ section. So everything have to be filled, completed. The website have to have exactly the same information that you provide on Google on your Google business profile. So consistency in this case matters a lot. The Google business profile and your website should reinforce each other. I also recommend checking out this GMB Everywhere plugin. It's a Google extension that helps you identify things like main categories and other important things, like you can see some information about your competitors. So choosing the correct primary business category is one of the most important thing that you have to do from the beginning. And this Google extension, Google Chrome extension, actually helps you to identify what your competitors do in your area. So make sure to check what they do. And if they rank high, that means you have to copy the same strategy and yeah, use the same settings for your Google business profile. Now, there is a thing called citations. So citations basically mentions of your business across the web. So same name, same address, same phone number, consistent everywhere. This help validate your business. You can do this manually or use something like Bright Local. Important places include Bing Places, Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, local directories, and especially industry-specific directories. Just make sure your information is consistent everywhere. Now about the bonus. Because I'm currently rebuilding my website using AI coding tools, I created a skill.md file that helps AI agent build pages following SEO and AI search best practices. It includes instructions for the AI agent for things like page hierarchy, metadata, internal linking, schema markup, content structure, technical optimization. Basically, it helps guide the AI so it builds pages properly. And I'm giving it away for free. You can download it using the link below. The biggest thing I want you to take away from this video is that SEO is not magic. There are no secret tricks, no hidden hacks. It's consistent improvement over time. Clear structure, helpful content, technical clearness, and patience. That's it. If someone offers you incredible SEO results for a couple hundred of dollars per month, I would be very skeptical because this is just doesn't, it's not working this way. So Google SEO, it takes real work. And if you learn these fundamentals yourself, even if you eventually hire someone, you know how to evaluate whether they are actually doing quality work. In my next video, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm rebuilding my entire business platform with AI, the website, the client portal, booking system, CRM integration, funnels, basically everything. So if that sounds interesting, please subscribe and don't forget to grab the free skill.md file below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.